The New York Knicks, of course, they made a very splashy trade right before training camp. The team, they just held their season tip-off event last night in Madison Square Garden, which meant it was a fan's first close-up look at Karl Anthony Towns as a member of the Knicks. Now, the whole squad, though, was in attendance, including Jalen Brunson, who, if you listen very closely, had the entire arena chanting MVP for him. So fans are clamoring to know if this can be the first team to make the conference finals, of course, since 2000. Perk, you're the self-appointed mayor. I don't know if you know that, Vic, that's what we call Perk here on this show, of New York City. How can they reach those lofty expectations?
It's going to be on the back the back of the individual that they build this team around, right? And that's Big Body Brunson. I don't know if I want to call him that this year. He looked like he done dropped a couple pounds, which is going to be scary for the rest of. Yeah, medium body, you know what I'm saying? He's still a whack body. Don't get that mixed up. But here's the thing, right? When you look at Jalen Brunson, in my opinion, he was the best player in the Eastern Conference last year, averaging 28. Now you go out, you get Mikal Bridges, you get Karl Anthony Towns. He have the perfect pieces around him to go out there and be successful. He knows it. Everybody in the organization know it. And I believe that he's a top 10 player in the NBA right now. I really do.
Yeah, the Knicks were a healthy Jalen Brunson away from being in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. But not only that, I believe the acquisition of Karl Anthony Towns having to play center and, you know, making sure he stays out of foul trouble and them not being as, you know, as deep as they are in that position as they are in other positions.
That's fair.
Play a role too.
The Knicks have a two-pronged bet on what's going on here. Number one, they are betting on Jalen Brunson. That's obvious. But look at all of their transactions. Whether it was OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, Karl Towns, all of those players are designed to maximize what Brunson does. Spread the court out, help him on defense, give him a pick and roll, a perfect pick and roll partner at center. The second part of their wager is that this is going to be a 3 or 4 year window. All of these guys are signed. All of these guys are in their primes with many years to go. They're basically saying, yeah, we want to compete this year, but we're going to try to outlast this Celtics group. We're going to try to outlast this Bucks group. We think we can outlast the 76ers. That's what they're doing. This is a multi-year play. They're going to have more opportunities to add to the roster going forward. Keep that in mind.
Let me just check in with our representative here. Patience is exactly what this New York Knicks fan base is known for. I hear what you're saying, Brian, but can you get on board with that?
I won't. I got the Knicks coming out of the East this year. I think they're going to finish with
Knicks Suns in the finals.
No. That's my dark horse. But listen, here's the thing. I have them having the best record in the league. I think they're built for it. It's a lot of pressure on Tom Thibodeau this season to make sure he get the best out of guys on both ends and also to make sure that he trusts his bench, right? You look at guys like Landry Shamet, right? A guy that's a veteran, that's been around, that knows how to play the game, that knows how to run the offense, that knows how to space the floor. And then you talk about this young man right here, a young killer, and Deuce McBride. We saw what he did in the postseason. He's been balling out in the preseason. They have the necessary pieces to get it done right now. Again, what their relationship is going to look like between Karl Anthony Towns and Tom Thibodeau is going to play a huge part in this because Cass is going to have to be ready to play 40-plus minutes.
Yeah, I mean, we started this conversation by saying how can they reach those lofty expectations? Health is going to have a whole lot to do with it. And even then, the reward that you get is going to be the Boston Celtics.
I'm on fire. It's 88 over here.